Hello everyone, my name is History Nuggets, and today we are going to be talking about the Paraguayan War. Since the independence of the Portuguese and Spanish colonies, many South American nations have been plagued with territorial disputes, with each nation having some sort of overlapping claim. Despite the Treaty of Madrid in 1750, both nations would not be satisfied, and more border disputes would continue. Paraguay and Brazil in particular, whether or not the Apa or Branco rivers should represent the actual borders. After the previous Uruguayan War, Francisco Solano Lopez, Paraguayan president, wanted to prove his dominance against Argentina and Brazil, the major powers of South America. Paraguay would soon begin to mobilize heavily, preparing to handle the two powers. With Brazilian political members continuing to influence themselves in Uruguayan politics, Brazilian Minister Saravia would send an ultimatum to the Uruguayan government, with them threatening to invade. Paraguay would message Brazil, saying they would intervene if Brazil goes with this. Brazil, on the 12th of October, would invade Uruguay, with Paraguay declaring war 1 month later. The Mato Grosso campaign would begin the massive Paraguayan War, with Paraguay invading the Brazilian province of Mato Grosso on the 14th of December 1864. They would then invade Rio Grande do Sul, as well as the Argentinian Corrientes province. One army, led by Vicente Barrios, would go up the Paraguay River, attacking the Nova Coimbra fort, eventually seeing the Brazilian garrison abandon the fort. The Paraguayans would keep going north, with another Paraguayan army continuing through Nicra and Miranda, defeating Brazilian troops before taking Coxim, and yet another army would penetrate Mato Grosso. Brazil in response would send an expedition towards Mato Grosso, going through many tough terrains. Paraguay in response would abandon Coxim, with the Brazilians continuing. A Brazilian expedition would try invading Laguna and Paraguay, but would fail. The second phase of the war would see the invasion of Corrientes and Rio Grande do Sul, with the Paraguayans going inside Argentinian territory, despite Argentina saying no. Paraguay, after being told no, would declare war on Argentina, seeing Paraguayan ships attacking Argentinian ones in Corrientes. A force of 12,000 soldiers under Antonio de la Cruz would enter Argentina, invading and capturing Uruguay on the 6th of August. The Triple Alliance would then be signed, with Brazil, Argentina, and shockingly Uruguay joining up, with Bartolomé Mitre, president of Argentina, supreme leader. On the 11th of June, 1865, the Battle of Riachuelo would occur, seeing the Paraguayan navy completely decimated, with the Triple Alliance naval supremacy being shown here. A Paraguayan army under Pedro Duarte would be defeated at the Battle of Yate, taking away any chance of a Paraguayan offensive. The Allied counterattack would then occur here, with them invading Paraguay in April. Despite small victories by the Paraguayans, the Allies continued. The first major battle of the war, the Battle of Estero Balaco, would see an Allied victory, with them continuing to face the Paraguayans at the Battle of Tuileries, with the Allies winning yet again, killing 12,000 Paraguayans. The Paraguayans would continue to lose, with the Battle of Curuzu by the Brazilians. Failed negotiations would result in Lopez holding out, with the Allies continuing to march, eventually facing massive resistance by Joya Diaz, killing 8,000 Allied troops in the Battle of Corupte, and ending the offensive for 10 months. After this, the Brazilian government would form a new army under Luiz Alves de Lima e Silva, sending 5,000 troops to hopefully encircle Humaitía. The capture on the 2nd of November would occur, with Humaitía gone. The Allies would continue to advance, seeing the Second Battle of Tuileries, another Allied win. After many naval clashes seeing Brazilian victories, the Allied army would go to Palmas, seeing a massive Paraguayan force, which would be demolished at the nearby Battle of Ave. Asunción would then be occupied, with Solano Lopez deserting his army, and Paraguay would be severely defeated. Solano Lopez would eventually die, and Paraguay would lose 54,000 square miles of land, including all disputed territories in the treaties of Luendia, Cotopaxi, and Machine, Oregon. This is History Nuggets. Thank you for watching.